Hey everyone, I am MSK, aka Master Swag King, coming at you guys today with another video. And if you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about Marvel Premiere Collections. So Marvel Comics has been very good at utilizing their collected editions, actually. So for Marvel Comics, they have obviously the omnibuses, you have the trade paperbacks, and you have the Marvel verse little small pocket books they have for various popular characters to have like stories that can kind of basically get you in to know about that character, you know? And there's been other, you know, hardcover collections for certain characters and all that stuff as well. Now, Marvel also has these other collected editions called Epic Collections. So what they are essentially is you have that one and the modern era Epic Collections. So an Epic Collection is essentially if you want to kind of start from a character's initial run, you would get the volume 1 of an Epic Collection, which is very good because a lot of people go, where do I start with Spider-Man? Well, the Marvel Epic Collection, volume 1, this is Spider-Man right here. This is his first appearance, and this covers like the first like 25, 50 issues of Spider-Man leading into the Amazing Spider-Man, right? So the reason why that's very good is because you can just start where a character's first appearance at, add a volume 1, and then they keep releasing more volumes and volumes. And this applies to a lot of their characters. They have it for Ghost Rider, Silver Surfer, Iron Man, Doctor Strange, and Thor, and all the characters you guys know and love. Problem with that, these Epic Collections were released at a time where, you know, a lot of them are now pretty much out of print. You know, like Iron Man is a big one you guys hear me talk about on my comic book hauls, where like Iron Man, in order to get like those really early Epic Collections in order from where I want to be at, they cost a little bit of money. See, your boy got a PayPal paying for them. But I think they need to constantly reprint them more. I mean, having like second and third printings of them would do very, very well. Then you have the whole modern era Epic Collections for like the character stories much later on. And then now we're at a point where DC has their finest collection, right? Where you can basically have like jumping on points for popular characters for certain story arcs. Marvel was different. Marvel, you could essentially, if you had enough money to go get the first volume of an Epic Collection, start there. The problem with them being out of print, like the X-Men. So the X-Men's a big one. So if you go and buy X-Men Epic Collection Volume 1, you're like, okay, I got Volume 1, it's good. Volume 2 cost about $300. Hasn't been reprinted in forever, right? So you guys can kind of see the point of how the Epic Collections can be kind of pricey, yet very good if you kind of want to know a character's history. Because remember, certain collections will have various popular issues a part of them or arcs for a character, which would kind of make their price go up and down depending on how valuable of an issue it is, right? Or what issues are in there or which arc the characters are on. Now, with the Marvel Premiere Collections, they are essentially mirroring the DC's finest format where this isn't starting at the beginning, but you can jump in at this point, and it's a popular character story arc at this moment. So it'll be Daredevil, you start at Born Again or Man Without Fear. Captain America could be The Return of the Winter Soldier. You could do X-Men at fucking, I don't know what, Dark Phoenix Saga or Age of Apocalypse or House of X or whatever. Fantastic Four could be any of that, right? So Marvel actually announced this stuff, guys, last year, and I completely forgot about it because I saw the Daredevil Marvel Premiere Collection at like Barnes & Noble, and I was like, the fuck is that? I totally forgot this was announced to you guys. But we're going to go over it right now. So if you kind of like the DC's finest collection, which I have a lot of them, I think they're very, very good. They're very awesome for new people to kind of get into comic books. These are the books for you. Marvel Premiere Collection is a line full of color paperbacks produced by Marvel Comics that was announced at the 2024 New York Comic Con. Essentially right here you have the dimensions of all that stuff, and obviously this is a response to DC's Compact Comics. Marvel is always sometimes chasing what DC does, you know, with the digest print.
If it works, it works, you know. I mean,
yeah, if it gets more people to reading comics, I think it's fine, you know.
Yeah, I agree too.
With a digest,
I don't mind if they copy if it works, you know.
Yeah, it makes sense. With a digest print run of 6, with all the math right there, because if I told you guys that math, I would make myself look like a fool. Collected comic The line was a response to 2024's DC Compact Comics launch. The DC version was a hit with retailers and readers. Marvel Premiere will have a higher price point at $14.99, but hopes to have a similar impact with readers.
I don't like that part.
They're just charging you more because DC Compact Comics, you guys, basically they're like manga-sized books that are bigger in dimensions, obviously, and they essentially have all of that arc in one. So like All-Star Superman, they have essentially, what was it?
Court of
Owls, all of it in one, you know, $10. So tax is like what, $12.99 if you bought it from a Walmart.
Yeah.
Marvel's is $14.99, and with tax, that's gonna hit you for like what, like $17 probably, right? But I don't know why this just couldn't be charged for $10, but because they're not giving you more pages, I'd imagine, right? But who knows, right?
Marvel always does that, though. They charge more for their app. They charge more for their comics. It's just, it's a Marvel thing. They charge more and pay less.
Dan Buckley, president of Marvel Comics, said the collection will be our go-to publishing line for any and all fans looking for a way into or further into the Marvel Universe. These titles will not be the only place to start, of course, but they will be one of the best. No, this is a good idea, and I like the idea. It's a fine idea, but couldn't you have just done this sooner and quicker? Why do you guys always feel so fucking slow? You know? Yeah. But I understand to a business point, because you want to see if it's a proven thing first before just jumping in. No pun intended, because these are jumping on points, obviously. One of the first two releases was Daredevil Born Again on February 4th, 2025, which tied into the Marvel Studios TV series of the same name. Okay. That's cool. You have some synergy there with name value alone, because the comic and the show are definitely going to be different, obviously. We know that for years. The book contained a new afterword from writer Frank Miller, plus a foreword by actor Charlie Cox, who plays Matt Murdock in the Daredevil show. Comics analyst David Harper described the launch by saying, "The good thing is they're doing it, which is really the big win of it all. It was soon confirmed that an X-Men book will be among the second wave of Premiere Collection releases." Yes. So I understand all of these have to have like first waves of like, okay, we're just testing the waters out with certain characters as popular arcs. I fully get that. So after that, you had sales. Following its release at the start of February, Daredevil Born Again entered ICV2's monthly direct market graphic novel chart at number 2, outsold only by the first volume of Marvel's relaunch series, The Ultimates. The direct market chart covers sales in specialist retailers such as comic shops. The book also debuted at number 2 in the BookScan chart, which covers sales in traditional bookstores. Yeah, this is all good, all great. You know, this Marvel, could you please just be faster on doing shit instead of being like a fucking snail most of the time?
I do like how they look, though. They got some good covers.
Yeah, these look great. Yeah, I see them. They look great. I completely missed this announcement, so I was thinking like, what the fuck? I was like, what the hell is this? I looked at it, I was like, that looks kind of cool, but I thought this was some like art book when I first looked at it. When I saw it at my Barnes and Noble, like this looks like an art book from the way that I'll show you guys. So Marvel announces reprint of Daredevil's best series. I guess this rivals Man Without Fear too. Marvel Comics has announced an all-new Marvel Premiere Collection, which features definitive must-read books for its fans. The new collection will launch in 2025 with Daredevil, Black Panther, Captain America, and Fantastic Four titles. You could throw a Spider-Man one in there.
They got a Winter Soldier, and then Nation Under Our Feet for Black Panther, and Solve Everything story arc for Fantastic Four. I'm surprised there's no Spider-Man. I really am.
Like, I understand it from a wave point of view, kind of, because like you had Captain America come out, which is not Captain America, it's fucking Sam Wilson. Daredevil Born Again makes sense. It's the show. Fantastic Four is a movie coming up, and Black Panther is just odd. But they did recently give Black Panther a new omnibus. Like the only one out of
sync here is Captain America. Recasted in the Avengers movie.
I hope he does. Please.
Yeah, because they're talking about Doom having like an evil team of multiverse Avengers. And so,
what if his team's better? It won't be way better. Oh my goodness. Goodness gracious. The Marvel Premiere Collection is designed to be the perfect entry point into the Marvel Universe, featuring the most definitive and quintessential stories of Marvel's most recognizable characters. The books are packed with Marvel's iconic stories and feature a sleek, high-quality format that aims to make Marvel stories more accessible for fans across comics, film, television, and beyond. Oh, you guys, we're at 2025. There's no synergy between fucking shows, movies, or comics. Stop saying that. Please.
It's a little late.
A little late. There's no synergy. It'll never happen. The only synergy that happens is name alone. That's all you're at best getting. You know?
Yeah.
Fucking hell, dude. The Marvel Premiere Collection launches with Daredevil Born Again, one of the most quintessential runs of Matt Murdock's story in Marvel history. The collection will also feature an exclusive new foreword with the run's writer Frank Miller and the afterword by Charlie Cox, the actor who portrays the character in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Releasing simultaneously with Daredevil Born Again Premiere Collection is Black Panther, A Nation Under Our Feet by Ta-Nehisi Coates, with art by Brian Stelfreeze. Yeah, guys, Ta-Nehisi Coates is not a very liked guy when it comes to comic books. I've not read anything he's done. I will say that to you right now. I don't lie to you guys. But he's not a very liked guy, let's just say that. Because he had some interesting 9/11 things he said about people in that time period. Fuck that guy. And Chris Sprouse, offering a profound look at Wakanda and Afrofuturism. The Black Panther comics are a must-read for any Marvel fan. And the Premiere Collection marks the first time the character-defining story is collected in a single paperback. Both books will go on sale February 4th, 2025. Keep in mind, no one talked about the Black Panther one because no one fucking wants to support Ta-Nehisi Coates. Just saying that right now. Yeah. Daredevil Born Again, you had, contents of it. I legit thought this cost the same amount as a Finest collection, but it doesn't. No. This is a good idea. It's a great idea. They needed to have a separate line of collections different from their Epic collections because they're very inconsistent at doing second and third printings for their Epic collections. And they're also very slow at getting new ones in there. So Iron Man, let's use Iron Man for example. Iron Man has every Epic collection from volumes 1 through 6. Okay, you guys follow me here? Then after that, they released 10 through 13. The newest one they put out was the whole Armor Wars, right? So you guys are probably thinking, where's 7, 8, 9? 7's coming out this year at some point. But then they're only going to be giving Iron Man one Epic collection a year, from what I heard off another show that I was watching from Near Condition. It's like, why are they so slow at putting out? Yeah. First of all, this was designed to be in order to begin with. So if I bought these in order, I could have them all in order and just take my time reading them. There should be no Epic collections coming out in fucking misorder. That's so stupid, So this, I like this idea because it's not going to be in order per se, but it's going to be like the way DC's doing it with jumping on points with like Compact Comics for the Finest line. That's cool.
Yeah, this should be in Walmart's. This should be in Target.
It should be, yeah.
This should be everywhere. And, it's reprinted stuff. So that's one reason why I don't agree with the $15 price tag. Like, this is reprinted. This is made compact. You're trying to get people back into this stuff. I think $10.99 or $9.99
in response to DC. We know this was made for that, and they're going to charge $15. But this is the same size book. I'd imagine if I paired them up side by side, it's the same size book to essentially.
Yeah, I think so. I think it pretty much is.
Yeah, Black Panther right here, Daredevil, Captain America, The Winter Soldier, Ed Brubaker. This is obviously one of Captain America's like famous stories. You guys know that, obviously. I have the Epic collection of this, or not the Epic collection. Oh my god, fucking heard there's a word for it, but I have this story. Then you have Fantastic Four. So all of this, Marvel. If you want synergy with movies, you might want to release a Sam Wilson Captain America book with this, but you won't. Because that won't sell. No one cares about Sam Wilson's Captain America. You know that.
Yeah.
Synergy. Yeah. Does that Captain America look like the black one? No. Good fucking God. Jesus Christ, Marvel. But the other ones, it's like Black Panther's also late too. It's like Black Panther doesn't really need anything right now. If you want to do that, put out Thunderbolts. You have Fantastic Four. Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four should be here.
And Thunderbolts might confuse people if they do the Thunderbolts.
Oh, yeah, true.
Because it's a completely different team than what the comics did.
Damn, that no synergy.
Yeah, like in the comics, it was great, too, because there was a bunch of villains pretending to be good guys in the time period when the Avengers were gone. that would have been a perfect setup for a great movie, but instead they just kind of, we're going to make our version of Suicide Squad, and yeah, it's not cool.
I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna do this, could you have some synergy with like the characters that come out? You got Daredevil Born Again for the show, cool. Fantastic Four's coming out, awesome. Captain America, well, that's the white one.
Yeah, we just had Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man cartoon. Do some old Steve Ditko, Stan Lee Spider-Man run.
Yeah,
it looks very similar. I mean, there's some stuff that they could have done a little bit better on that.
But they did say second wave, so we'll see how the second wave goes for them.
Yeah, I've seen like Old Man Logan and a couple other ones in the second wave.
Mm-hmm. With Daredevil and Black Panther leading the Marvel Premiere Collection, the publisher also announced 2 more titles that will be released later in 2025, featuring seminal tales of Captain America and the Fantastic Four. Fans of the Marvel Cinematic Universe will recognize Captain America: The Winter Soldier, a Premiere Collection title that collects one of the most influential stories in all of the Marvel Universe. Written by Ed Brubaker, Winter Soldier completely changed the Captain America mythos and introduced the unstoppable killer as the Winter Soldier. So that means you also don't give a fuck about Sam Wilson's Captain America, because you would have just released one of his books here. You know what's crazy?
He's got money enough for a finest collection. There's a bunch of Sam Wilson Captain America issues.
Oh, keep in mind, there was a Marvelverse Captain America Sam Wilson that they never released. It never came out. They had to have been canceled because I had it to do a review for it, to buy it. Didn't come out. I know you guys don't believe in that motherfucker. Just make him Falcon still. Holy fucking Christ, dude. According, my brain's fried. I'm joking, guys. Jokes here. We entertain you guys. Acclaimed writer Jonathan Hickman's run of Marvel's first family is streamlined in the Premiere Collection. Fantastic Four, Solve Everything. Hickman personally curated the collection, which features art by Dale Eaglesham, Neil Edwards, and Steve Epting. The Premiere Collection brings together various Fantastic Four adventures as the family visits the Kingdom of Atlantis, discovers alien Inhumans throughout the galaxy, and takes on a religious cult in Manhattan. Yes, Lab's comic fan. He's a very big Jonathan Hickman fan guy. He definitely vouches for his Avengers run and his Fantastic Four run. So he said it was pretty good. So hopefully when I buy this and read it, it'll check out. The Marvel Premiere Collection editions on Daredevil Born Again and Black Panther, Nation Under Our Feet, on sale February 4th. So there you go. It's a good idea. I like the idea, but the price point is like, just charge $10. Yeah. I mean, it ended up getting second anyway. Like, it got second. Okay, cool. But it's like, Black Panther didn't, because no one found the value for Black Panther to be that much money anyway. You know?
And plus, it's reprinted stuff. So it's not like you're paying someone to make this stuff. Like, there's no artist involved. It's all
you're paying is with the production to kind of put it together. Yeah.
To print it.
Only art. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, I don't see any reason why they couldn't do $9.99.
Huh. Well, anything else you want to say about Premiere Collections? You're gonna grab a few potentially in this wave?
Yeah, I'm gonna grab a few because I like the idea of it, and I wouldn't mind having Winter Soldier. I wouldn't mind having Civil War. Born Again one. I'll buy that. I might even buy the Black Panther one just because for shits and gigs. I don't know.
Give it to a black kid and be like, "This is who you really are."
Here you go, sir.
Like how the book's called Under a Feet. Oh my god, there's too many jokes I can make with that. But yeah, guys, for me and my final thoughts and opinions on this, I think it's a good idea. I liked it when DC did it. Obviously, I like that Marvel did it. I think that they could have just chosen a few better characters to match just the characters' names for the movies that they're going to put out in the MCU. DC had it where it was like a good line of good there, but you also have some filler in there. But I like Marvel's too, because Marvel doesn't have a bunch of filler randoms too. Like DC's Comic one had a bunch of random fillers in there, like Far Sector and like Birds of Prey stuff no one really cares for, or like Catwoman shit that no one really gives a fuck about. Like if you're gonna I like both ways essentially.
Yeah.
Only women.
The thing about the $10 price tag, that filler is a lot more chance of someone picking it up than for $15.
Yes. Yeah.
I think like I picked up the Catwoman one just because it was $10.
Yeah. The thing is, the books are also fairly large too. Like, I mean, I showed them up on stream. I have the Watchmen one, I have Superman, I have the Hush one, and I have the Court of Owls one, and I have the other one, random one that Scott Stone has, the vampire one.
Yeah,
because they're just $10. Might as well. There's no reason not to have them, really.
That
If
Vampire
you have
one's
the
a
money.
great story too. That's Sean Gordon Murphy, I believe.
Ooh,
That's a really good one.
So, yep. Thank you guys for checking out this video. If you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video. I am MSK, aka Master Swag King, and we're going to sign out, guys. See you guys later. Deuces. Peace.